The WBC is still more than 200 days away, but already with the commits they've received so far, this is looking like it'll be far and away the best Team USA ever fielded at the World Baseball Classic. Last week, just after winning the Home Run Derby, Cal Raleigh became the latest big name to commit for Team USA. He and Aaron Judge are 1 and 2 in MLB in home runs this year, with 75 combined, and they both plan to be in the lineup for Team USA. And then there's Bobby Witt Jr., runner-up to Judge in last year's MVP race, and a Gold Glove winner. That's one catcher, one infielder, one outfielder. Nowhere near being a complete team yet, but you could not ask for a better trio for your first 3 commits for position players. 3 of the best hitters in Major League Baseball. And that's not all. The biggest one, as far as I'm concerned, came a while back. Not a position player, but a pitcher. Paul Skeens has committed to play for Team USA. Started last week's All-Star game. Leads the NL in ERA, ERA+, FIP, WAR. Looks like he's on his way to the Cy Young. And that is huge. USA has never had the best pitchers for the WBC, not even close. Even though the best pitchers in MLB are almost always American. Now they've got the very best one committed to play in the 2026 WBC. Of course, I wouldn't get too excited just yet. Just because they've committed doesn't mean they'll be there. They could get injured or have some personal issues. They might change teams in the offseason and need to be in spring training to get familiar with their new team. This is especially true for pitchers and catchers. But it's hard not to get excited about the names that have committed so far. Some are calling this the WBC Dream Team and comparing it to the 1992 USA Olympic basketball team. If the names keep rolling in like this, I'd say Dream Team is an appropriate name. It'll be the best USA baseball team ever assembled. Likely the best any country has ever put together for any tournament in baseball history. But I wouldn't compare it with the 1992 Dream Team in basketball. I'm old enough to remember that team, and there's no way any country could ever assemble a team of that caliber for the WBC. That came at a time when the NBA was almost entirely American. A few foreign players here and there, but none of them among the top players in the league. So it wasn't just an American All-Star team, it was an NBA All-Star team. And almost all the players were in their prime. It was also the first time NBA players were on Olympic rosters, which made it even more special. A team like that would not even be possible today in basketball, and especially not in baseball. And that's a good thing. While it was great to see all the best players in the world on a single team, they were so dominant it made the competition for a gold medal pointless. That cannot happen in the WBC. There are too many great players from different countries. While Raleigh and Judge top the AL in home runs, the NL is led by hitters from Venezuela and Japan, with a couple Dominicans a little further down the list. Stolen bases led by a hitter from Panama. When it comes to pitching, it's not so diverse. The list of top pitching in MLB is mostly American pitchers, so they could really put together a dream rotation, nothing like ever seen before. But there are some Dominican aces like Framber Valdez and Christopher Sanchez. Japan's got Yamamoto, Senga, Imanaga, and that's just their MLB pitchers. They've got a whole league full of MLB-level pitchers back in Japan. Maybe not on the same level as the pitchers that could be included on a USA Dream Team, but they can be just as dangerous, since Major League hitters have never seen them before. And in the WBC, unlike a 162-game MLB season, there's not much time to adjust. So while Team USA could have the best hitters in the tournament and pitching far above the rest, there's still a good chance they get beat. I've also heard this potential USA team called Redeem Team, which was the name given to the 2008 Olympic USA basketball team. No comparison there. That basketball team was a generation after the Dream Team, and it followed a series of disappointments from USA basketball. They lost a lot of games they shouldn't have, and they redeemed themselves at the 2008 games. An appropriate name. But USA Baseball is coming off a second-place finish at the last WBC, where they lost by 1 run in the championship game. And given the team they had, that's about how they were expected to do. Premier 12, a bronze medal, with no Major League players. Olympics, silver medal, also no Major League players. There's nothing to redeem. They've been performing right on par with expectations. But they'd like nothing more than to win a second WBC title, and this time do it with the best lineup ever assembled, a dream team. So, before anyone starts comparing them to great sports teams of the past, they need to get a team put together first. Well, someone's already made an attempt to forecast the lineup construction. This is the USA Dream Team posted by Sean Spradling on X a few weeks ago. Look at the bottom, already set at catcher. That's usually a tough spot to fill, but they've already got Raleigh there. Just to the left is DH Mike Trout. I don't know about this one. He was one of the best in MLB. Still good now, but not one of the best. I think people have always wanted to see Trout and Judge on the same WBC team. That would really give it the appearance of a dream lineup. But if I were choosing a DH for this team, I'd go with Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber with Raleigh and Judge would give this team 3 of the top 5 home run hitters in MLB right now. At first, Bryce Harper. Yes, no doubt, one of the best hitters in MLB the last 10 years. At second, Mookie Betts. Yeah, I think so. He was there for the last WBC. Definitely one you'd consider among the best in the game the last 10 years. Offensive numbers have slipped this year, but among second basemen, he's still the best choice. Third base, Alex Bregman. Sure, that'll work. Third base is kind of a weak position for American players. A lot of the best third basemen in MLB are from other countries. Bregman would be a good choice, though. Max Muncy would be another one. Shortstop already taken care of with Bobby Witt Jr. You can see the choice at pitcher there, but we'll get to that later. You've got to love this outfield here, especially if you're a Cubs fan. Kyle Tucker and Pete Crow Armstrong together with Judge, starting on the field. Tucker, a former Gold Glove winner with power and speed. PCA, one of the most exciting young players in MLB. Leads the National League in WAR right now. He could be the NL MVP this year. Then Judge might win another AL MVP. You'll have the two league MVPs right there next to each other. And PCA has already said last week he would play for Team USA in the WBC in a heartbeat. His words. Another young player that would be really good for the outfield is James Wood. Maybe Wood instead of Tucker. Tucker will likely be changing teams this offseason. He may choose not to participate so he can get acquainted with his new ball club. So the lineup, seen there on the left. Witt, Judge, Tucker, Trout, Harper, Betts, Raleigh, Bregman, and PCA. Reserves, Alonso at first, or DH. Corbin Carroll and Jackson Merrill in the outfield. Riley Green is another one I'd consider for the outfield. Will Smith as the other catcher, no doubt about that one. Trey Turner can play the infield positions. All good choices here. Then we move on to pitching. This is where it gets really exciting, because in past years the idea of building a dream team pitching staff was so ridiculous we usually didn't even think about it. Team USA never had anything close to what we consider a top major league pitcher in the WBC. But that has changed with the commit from Skeens. Now they've got one of the best, if not the best arms in Major League Baseball. But we all know that, unlike the position players we just talked about, Skeens can't be out there for every game. To make this a dream team, you need a dream rotation. And here he's got Tarek Skubal at the top, the reigning AL Cy Young winner, then Skeens. I don't know who should be number one, it doesn't really matter, as long as those two are there. Skeens and Skubal are the big two, the starters of last week's All-Star game. Skeens has already given his word. I don't know about Skubal. I don't know if anyone's even asked him yet, but that'll be great if he joins Skeens in the rotation. Then he's got Zach Wheeler and Hunter Brown, both excellent choices. And it really doesn't matter who you set as the four-man starting rotation. With the pitching limits in the WBC, you get 3, maybe 4 or 5 innings from a starting pitcher. Best thing to do is fill the roster with starting pitchers and use them back-to-back in a single game. One of my favorite games in the 2023 WBC was the semifinal between Japan and Mexico. Japan started Roki Sasaki. Then, when he was taken out after 4 innings, Yamamoto came out in relief, and he tossed 3 innings. For a lot of MLB fans, it was their first time seeing either one of them. Then, in the championship game, they had Imanaga start. Darvish pitched the 8th, and Otani the 9th. 2 games, 5 well-known starting pitchers. That was Japan's dream team of pitchers, minus Senga. Imagine if USA gets all the best American starting pitchers. The opposing team gets through 4 innings of Skubal, only to see Skeens come out in relief, or Wheeler or Brown or whoever. Of course, if we were building a dream team of starting pitchers 10 years ago, we'd have names like Kershaw, Verlander, and Scherzer. Unfortunately, that never happened. The only one that would still make sense is Kershaw. Not one of the best anymore, but still good. And having someone like that, a lock for the Hall of Fame, on this team with all the rising young arms, would give this team an even stronger look of greatness, representing this generation of baseball. Same logic you could use to get Trout on the roster, or why the '92 basketball dream team had Larry Bird. We see some other good starting pitchers here: DeGrom, Crochet, Green, Fried, Webb, and then some true relievers. Josh Hader as closer, can't argue with that one. Helsley, Hoffman, Miller, Scott, Weaver, Williams. I don't know if that's the best group. A few of them are having down years. At the same time, I wouldn't want to base every choice on what they did in this season alone. Other relievers I'd consider would be Trevor McGill, David Bednar, and Will Vest. But relief pitching is more of a Caribbean strength. The American strength is in starting pitching. And if this here really does become their pitching staff for the WBC, they won't really need those relievers much. And that's all I got today. Just wanted to talk about this dream team that's just starting to come together. Over the next 6 months, we'll see it slowly build up as the commitments roll in. Who would you choose to fill up this roster? Let us know in the comments. Anyway, that's all for this one. Until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.